Yo, what's up, guys? It's Ima here, and today I just wanted to cover 5 World Cup games that I found interesting. And it's going to be 3 SVOUs and then 2 SM. I couldn't find any SS because I just didn't find any that was intriguing to me or worth covering. But round 3 is imminent. It's going to be in the next week or so. So is Smoke on Tour. So there's probably going to be way more better looking SS games for me to cover. But I just handpicked 5 just stuff that I found memorable and whatnot. But quick disclaimer, if anyone wants to watch my Smoke on Tour game this Sunday, it will be at 12 p.m. California time, so convert that however you need to. But it's going to be a hell of a series. It's going to be against my boy 3D, which is a curse pairing round 1. But, I mean, it's just the cards we're dealt with, so it'd be cool. It's going to be cool. Um, Anyways, to start this off, we have Pop Smoke, which is TJ against Langlo. I actually respawned this matcha team back into existence because when Vert initially made this, it was something over King Gamut, and he thought it was ass. But then I started winning more with this team, and I'm like, wait, why'd you scrap this? This team is actually good, and we ended up peaking at some crazy number, like 2179 or some shit like that. But um, I mean, in fact, it was not ass. So I mean, the sets, they're going to be revealed in this game anyway, so we changed a couple sets for the game in case Langlo knew about it, because we know Lang likes a ladder. So, I mean, the Deox is going to be a eject pack. It doesn't have any hazards. Garchomp is going to be the one carrying all the hazards in this game. Our Matcha is actually offensive, so it's going to be packing a punch. Uh, King Gambit, it's going to be Terra Fire, and then it's actually going to have Iron Head and Low Kick over Kotao. Low kick just because there's no we don't have a Zama or anything on this team, so anything to catch their opposing Gambit without needing to risk them on Garchomp or Moltres is good in this scenario. Also, you need Iron Head for fairies, so there you can't really have Kotao in that slot. But we also have Slowking, which I'm pretty sure is just your standard Chilly Reception, Toxic, Psychic Noise, Sludge Bomb. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And then we have Langlois team, which looks cool, honestly. Um, Let me turn it around just for a better view. But I believe in the game. I mean, I don't want to reveal the sets yet, but they're all pretty standard. I'm pretty sure the Volcanion is Shuckaberry Taunt because I've seen them use this on ladder. Um, Zamazenta. I mean, shit, I already forgot. Oh, the Zama's just Iron Defense. But anyways, I just want to get into the battle. But this was a crazy one. If you know, you know already. But there's no way I'm not gonna put this up because this game was so fire. But the Slowking into Volcanion lead, that's actually really good for TJ because well, the Slowking has Sludge Bomb, it has Toxic. Even if it clicks Taunt, trying to prevent anything from happening here, we still have Sludge Bomb. So Sludge Bomb is just super free to click here. As it goes to the Tinglu, which honestly probably should have just been the lead, looking at the team. Because it's red card, as it's going to be revealed here, you take the poison as well. Yeah, it reveals red card here, so honestly, I feel like you just want to lead red card's turn 1 to get as much initiative as possible. Because imagine if you led Tinglu into Slowking here, then you wouldn't have to waste the red card off rip. They would probably have to go into hmm, they probably have to go into Moltres or Matcha to get red carded out into something that doesn't want to get ruinated. So off rip, kind of a positioning mistake, but you can't. I mean, I don't expect everyone to play perfect, obviously, but I just like to. It's nice to armchair and see what could have been done better. Basically, min maxing is so useful in this tier that if you it wins game straight up. So it's very good to minimize your odds. Anyway, oh shit. Okay, anyway, um, Sinistra is in on Tinglu, which is amazing by the way because it got red carded in, which means that literally RNG this gets summoned in, but it's amazing for TJ, right? Because this Mon looks amazing into his team. We have Shadow Ball, we have Matcha Gacha, and everything is just gonna get hit like a brick. So I mean, because the Sinistra is modest, so it's just gonna be hitting. But I mean, turn 2 here, I would have said, or I would have clicked Nasty Plot because since it revealed red card, it's probably not going to be Whirlwind. it's probably just gonna be dual hazards plus what's it called? Ruination Earthquake. There's not much you can really like take out of the set to activate Whirlwind. Not only this, but you also have like Garchomp, so that could also be Dragon Tail if you wanted. Um, but then you'd wonder what would this be hazards or not, but it'll be revealed later in the game. But anyways, Matcha Gacha gets clicked, which is fine, honestly. The point, yeah, this is perfectly fine for TJ. But I still, like I said, I would have clicked Nasty Plot. Would have been a way better play. Because if you click Nasty Plot, then this would have died the next turn, and he can't really switch anything for free safely. So this probably would have just died. He would have just picked this to be the sack. And then the Revenge Killer would have been Goldango, which you'll see later in the game. Um, Sorry, I was flabbergasted by the Shadow Ball. Yeah, the Shadow Ball was not it, by the way. You should always just click Matcha Gacha here. Uh, Because, I mean, he's never going to Goldango. There's no way. He's just going to sack this, right? Like, and you want this at full health because it threatens the entire team. Now that this is at half health, then that means Zamazenta can start, like, doing stuff more. But that's only if it's, like, some E-Belt set. Like, Crunch, Stone Edge would have gone crazy because of this. But we'll see later in the game it's Iron Defense, so, you know. But it's still bad because of Crunch. Because Crunch can now 2-hit KO, and this is not a safe switch in. And it would matter if the Zama is Terrifier in the end, but that all didn't really come into play in this game anyway. Um, yeah, we're gonna see Tinglu die, but we just saw Sinistra take 51 or 50 HP for no reason at all, which kind of sucks, right? But we're gonna see the Goldango come in, you see the Nasty Plot, and then here it just gets sent to hell with a Thunderbolt. And I wanted to talk about this turn because this is Nasty Plot, Make It Rain, Thunderbolt, and Recover, and I'm pretty sure this is a set like completely anti-Garg. Because right, if Garg clicks Terra Water, it'll turn into a Water type, then you can just click Thunderbolt and nuke it out of existence. That's the whole idea of this set. I mean, not only that, but it also catches the Moltres, as you can see. So it's a nice tech, but you lose the Shadow Ball. Meaning, if you click Nasty Plot turn 1, then Langlois kind of, or sorry, turn 2, then Langlois kind of in a pickle because he doesn't have, or she doesn't have the Shadow Ball to click back and KO Sinistra. But obviously TJ doesn't know that. But but if you were in Langlois' shoes, like what would you do in that situation? Matcha is just like a super threat in that case. But anyway, the Thunderbolt was also a 50-50 roll against Moltres, since Moltres was also I believe it's max, not max, but it's definitely Spadef invested. But yeah, Modest +2 is literally a roll to KO this, but it got the roll, which I mean, I don't know, expected. You kind of send it, you can't really expect Thunderbolt anyway, so it's a cool set. But I just wanted to go over this set as well. Anyways, Psycho Boost. This is something I wouldn't have done. I mean, I understand it because we're I guess we don't reveal it. We're eject pack in this game. So if we eject packed, I assume he would have just went into Gambit. But I think you just go into the Gambit off rip because there's no way it's gonna be Thunderbolt Focus Blast. That would be insane. But we miss. It sucks because I mean we're just gonna lose this for no reason, right? On top of that, he has a Garchomp, he has a Zamazenta, and we don't have anything that outspeeds those two Mons besides our Garchomp, which doesn't have. It only carries enough speed for Bolt. So yeah, we're just gonna lose the Deoxys for no reason, and now we have to send in Gambit. But I mean, hey, Fallen 2, right? I mean, King Gambit's broken. Fallen 2 is crazy. It basically has like a mini choice band right now. But he's gonna click Iron Head on the Goldango, which is a really aggressive play. Just, you know, just predicting him to switch out, I guess. I mean, there's no he's gonna Terra Fairy here, so right. Um, yeah, that's a funny play, but it ends up working out because it takes a decent chunk. I wouldn't say decent, but like now you can send in Garchomp for free. But Langlois makes a good play, goes for the roar. But into Slowking isn't really ideal. Psychic Noise looks really free, so does Chilly Reception. So what do you do here? I guess you just click Crunch into the Toxic. Sorry, yeah, I don't think the Toxic helps in this situation, but I think that Lang thinks it's free because she has Healing Wish in the back. That's pretty much the reason, I'm pretty sure. I still don't think it's ideal, but the Roar is very aggressive, just like trying to catch shit out. I mean, at this point, she's in a super winning spot. Like, I can't lie. This is a really, like, insane spot for her. But body press. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't click Sludge Bomb there. I feel like Sludge Bomb is free. I know we have Flamethrower on this. But you're wondering why TJ's not getting them up. It's because Hatterene exists. Like, he's gonna send it here, but we catch it on the Earthquake. So yeah, we're just never gonna get it up. And in comes Garchomp on the Slowking, and our Sinisha is at half HP. So this is where taking the Ruination just like bites us in the ass super hard. But it's gonna click Earthquake, and I mean, judging by that roll, Lang should already see that we're not like super defense invested, right? So anything like Scale Shot is literally free there, but I'm pretty sure she was either scared of missing or like getting a 2-hit, which is fair, I guess. But like, you literally, I don't know. I feel like the odds of just killing us there are just good. We also click Matcha here. We get the burn, which is kind of useful because now it forces some recovers for the end game maybe. It's also not Shadow Ball, and I think TJ knows this by now, so that's why he went Slowking. I mean, yeah, not only that, but Slowking is just a really good switch into this. Here, I'm surprised we didn't go back into Chomp. Sorry, I'm thinking. But I think Chomp is better here. No? No, I guess Gambit is fine because Chomp... I forgot, Chomp is like only enough speed for Bolt. So if this is max speed, then we just get like destroyed. So never mind. But King Gambit gets sent in, which is the... Yeah, this is the play. But I feel like the play here is to just Sucker. Because we don't want our Gambit... Like, Gambit is going to be the end game no matter what. So we don't want this to get like status in any shape or form. Which Thunderbolt like risk, but also we don't want to take HP in any way either. So this is just like a terrible trade. Not only is like clicking Sucker just better, but we also just don't have Kotao, so we can't do anything to this. So it's just gonna click Iron Head, and it's kind of awkward, right? Like, is he gonna recover or is he just gonna attack? Like, it's a very awkward position at this point. We're at 39%. The spikes are up. So, I mean, me personally, I'd probably just go for the Sucker, because even if he recovers, then we're getting the HP back. So he goes into Volcanion. Yeah, he just clicks Sucker, which is, like, fair. But Volk looks really good now, if it's the right set. Like, here, I feel like just hard clicking Steam Eruption and going for the burn there was better. Because putting yourself in a position where Slowking is, like, near full health against your Volk, revealing that Sludge Bomb is already there, I don't think you should expect Volcanion to win this 1v1 without the initial Steam Eruption switch in. But anyways, yeah, I mean, Sludge just gets clicked. The taunt is weird. Yeah, I do feel like Sludge is just really free. I mean, especially if we have Flamethrower, right? If he goes into, like, he can't even go into Goldango. Like, Sludge is just super free. Misses the Fire Spin. Huh, so is this just like Steam Eruption with Spin Taunt? Yeah. I wonder if it's like... Oh, well that did 34. So yeah, if he... If she did just keep spamming Steam Eruption, like this whole sequence, I'm pretty sure she just won it. I feel like all these extra turns are just bad for her. But so, I mean, yeah. Interesting, right? So we're just gonna set Garchomp to this because, like, what else are we gonna do? This is funny too because, I mean, there's nothing we can do in this situation except fish for like no loaded dice because scale shot is like one of the only ways to kill this. I'm pretty sure. So fish for no loaded dice because with loaded dice you're just gonna die. But like our play is literally to sack two and attempt to send in Gambit on the scale shot defense drop and try to win the game from there. But in this situation, our King Gambit is at 45% with a spike up, meaning it'll be like, God, it'll be at like 30 something once it comes in against like a full health guard jump and everything, as well as healing wish. It just does not look good. It does not look good at all. Like the matcha was definitely misplayed. The like matcha basically 6-0'd this entire matchup if played well. Like as you can see, the Volcanion wasn't even fire move. It was just mono water. The only thing it could be, the only thing Sinistra, or it could have done to Sinistra was click Steam Eruption, or like Wisp. So yeah, a well played Sinistra would have won this game way easier. But as you can see, this is a really tough spot, and Langlo is playing her outs fairly well. I mean, I think the Volcanion stack is kind of troll though. And then here is the most interesting turn I've ever seen. We have a Slowking hard in on a full health Garchomp. Like, okay. Langlois has this one at this point. Like, I can tell you right now. Hatterene, I mean, you literally just click EQ here, first of all. But if we ever Terra the Slowking, if we ever Terra this at all, then our King Gambit can get Terra'd back. Meaning, if you just Healing Wish the Hatterene, like, so for example, if this just Terra'd and Langlois was scared of Ice Beam or something, so Terra Ice Beam, Garchomp dies, all you have to do is send in Hatterene, because, I mean, Slowking is always just going to be slow as balls. Hatterene, you go into Hatterene, you click Healing Wish, and you heal your Zama to full health. And the Gambit can't Terra, it can't do anything, and yeah, like the game is just over. But for some odd reason, she switches out into the Hatterene, and TJ gets like the biggest momentum of his life. Like this is, yeah, like the momentum he gets here is massive, right? Because you just sent in your Gambit, it's not gonna be at 33 anymore because you have the leftovers to back up for you because you sent it in like this. You have 4 fallen, which means you're gonna be hitting like a truck. But the only con is you're still like sub third, like basically 40% right now, and you could be going up against like Mystical Fire. You know, like there's a lot of things that could happen. Um, but going hard into Goldango is very interesting. TJ's play here is to Terra and SD. So the reason why he did that was because I just said like Mystical Fire would have been really, well, I mean it would have just been clicked there probably. I don't know. It's just like a really rough situation. But even then, Gambit is the Mon to Terra in this situation, so you just want to like get it as soon as possible anyway. It doesn't matter if Langlois knows that you've Terra'd like initially so she can counter Terra. There's a lot of like pieces to this like puzzle that will be explained in a second. Here is just like a crazy turn as well, because I would have just personally suckered, because if you sucker here, catch the T-Bolt, and you would stay at like 51% HP, and I'm pretty sure that just wins the game off rip. I mean it depends. If Garchomp is like a Terra to cover it, like Fairy, like to cover Sucker, I mean, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. But the T-Bolt happens, and we get parried, which is terrible because now Para gets added up into these odds, and the odds are just like at this point of this game, like when it was happening live, I did not want to look at this game anymore. Like I was literally tabbing in and out, just praying some type of bullshit happened. But now we have a +4 King Gambit, 4 Fallen. How much damage is that? Like that's like 1600 plus attack right now. Like, it's not even at +6 yet. And now we click sucker because, I mean, Lang's right in clicking this because, I mean, we just added para chances, right? So not only are we adding like the mind games to it, we're adding like para odds. So I respect going for the sucker there. I mean, I guess Goldango got the most it could have done in this matchup. Um, and then we're gonna get Hatterene in on King Gambit, and this is an even crazier play because at this point Hatterene can just click Psychic Noise on a pair if it wanted to and just ended the game. But fearing the sucker, she's gonna click Healing Wish and mention the or get the play that I was talking about earlier. Just Healing Wish the Zama back to full health. But you have to wonder, is it too late at this point? Because it's at +6 now with 4 fallen. And it just clicks body press and it doesn't even kill. Which is insane. I don't know what that roll was. I'm pretty sure we actually just lived that. Which is insane. And yeah, I mean the Zamazenta just dies. I'm pretty sure the roll was that we lived this. It just all came down to para at the end. And then the last turn, para, no para, decides the game, and yeah, there we go. The craziest game of all time. I mean, this is the craziest World Cup game I've seen in a minute, so I had to put this first. But it's definitely worth mentioning that Lang had this, like, for sure. Um, like what I had mentioned, if she just like Healing Wish the Zama before any of this bullshit happened, or if she like if she just clicked Earthquake, I don't know why she didn't just click Earthquake in this situation. Sorry, I wanted to just skip to that turn. Like right here, like she would. There's no way you fear Shucka because there's a spike up, and I mean, TJ just sent it in, right? Just like fearing like Terra Grass or something. Like I don't even know, some like random Terra. Anyways, crazy choke. Um, but that was like the craziest comeback I've ever seen TJ do. So mad props for that. Let's see what I have next. Oh, we have Friezy against Emilio Forbes, and Emilio Forbes Tinkaton is blocking the Pecharunt from view in this preview. So if you can't tell, that's a Pecharunt. Anyways, I didn't really have too much say in Emilio's team. This was mostly him or his like team building with a bit of tweaks from Vert. Um, but I mean, it looks annoying if played right. Definitely here to like catch some type of offense like what Friezy brought. But I still think like the Deoxys looks scary. Like you'll see in this game that Deoxys was a nasty plot and a bunch of other techs that could have spawned in. So I mean, let's just get into it because this game was fun. We're gonna see Iron Valiant against Tinkaton, which is an amazing lead for Emilio. If you have rocks, you just do it here. Um, but you can honestly click anything and it'll probably be in a net positive because Valiant is forced to switch out here. Not only that, but you also just wasted the booster turn 1, which is wild, right? Like, there's no way that should have happened. Um, oh yeah, he just get them up here. And then here, Emilio clicks knockoff because his team was actually brought in a game already with the light ball revealed and everything. So I think Emilio just knew that and decided, yeah, fuck this. I'm just gonna knock you off, not deal with that cheese. And yeah, success. And then he just clicks Encore into the Fling. And then I think he's just gonna click knock here. Yeah. You get 2 Mons knocked in the span of 4 turns with this Tinkaton. Like, this Tinkaton's already doing LeBron numbers. Okay, Torn in on Lando. I'm pretty sure this Torn is just boots. And this entire team is basically just boots besides, Tinkaton. Mola's AV. I forgot. Like, I don't think this team really cares about hazards for the most part. Especially rocks, since boots Torn. But this is a pretty free, like, Bleak win, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Into the U-turn. I assume you go into... I forgot already. I think you just go into Goldango. Oh, Deoxys. Okay. Deoxys is interesting too because they can just U-turn out, but we don't have U-turn, so we're just gonna go hard into AV Mola as it clicks Psycho Boost. And this is where you can tell it's AV Mola because it just ate that with ease pretty much. But honestly, 41 is still a decent amount. Deoxys is super strong. I mean, it's just Psycho Boost that's just insane, but this is a free flip turn. Nonetheless, this Deoxys is an insane threat. I'm pretty sure you have to go Tinkaton or Zamazan. Oh, sorry, not Zamaz. I'm at Tinglu. Yeah, you just go into Tinglu here. If you have spikes, you do it now. Yeah, because if he, I mean, there's no way he plots again on the Tinglu. Like I refuse to believe that. Um, so Spice is a good play, especially because you're going against offense. With loot teams, you really want to just like you want to set the game up with these hazards against offense. If you're fighting boots, like boot spam, then it's a different story. But against teams like these, I would tell you right now that Emilio has the advantage because we have one rocks, we have one spike up against 64% Deoxys speed with life orb. That means if Deoxys does have recovered, then it would be forced to click it on the turn that it comes in. So given that, I mean, Emmy already has like the momentum advantage. But momentum lost, Petron gets hinted on Deoxys, and now the turn that I was talking about is free. But I mean, you could technically like just stay in and go for it here, but like it's super risky. You know what I mean? Because you're just sacking your Zama answer for no reason if things go south. You also don't know if it's recover, and it does reveal it here. Like shit could be changed. This is just the safer play. As Nasty Plot happens, and then Emilio misses Icy Wind, which is 95% accuracy, by the way. And in the words of Extra Shine in like 2012, when that happened to him, he was like, that's like honestly like the equal amount of chance of breaking a condom. So honestly, I'm like super surprised when Icy Wind misses myself. But this is gonna be a +4, which is insane. So now you kind of have to like pivot. You don't want Tinkaton like to take this at all because Tinkaton is basically your answer to Iron Valiant. Um, yeah. So you're probably just gonna have to go Tinglu here. Yeah. And Friezy could have easily called this out and clicked Focus Blast here. Because like, if he did, I'm pretty sure he just won the game. Because the only way Emilio at this point can deal with Deoxys is if it's initially in on this and then Terra's into Whirlwinds. That's the only way. I'm just saying it right now. But this is some good like I would say this is also good fish because technically you're fishing for focus miss with this play as well. But we're gonna see, you know, Focus Blast, Aqua Jet, boom. Like we're just gonna yeah, he's just gonna sack Mola here for the Aqua Jet damage and everything. And now it's gonna be back to what it originally was before. So like 60% gonna take all these hazards and everything. So yeah. That's basically what that Petulant turn did. Here we're gonna see Bleak Wind miss. Thank God he hits it the next turn. I'm pretty sure this is Heat Wave, but the way he sent it in, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure Emmy was just scouting for something like T-Wave or something. Because Heat Wave doesn't KO from that range. So this was fine. As he reveals Recover. This is Mold Breaker, so it also blocks T-Wave. So I would assume Friezy is scared of that as well. Which he is. And then catches the Rillaboom double, which is a really nice play. And here I would say Nasty Plot could be free, but also Bleak Wind is like, I'm pretty sure Bleak Wind kills this. Yeah, it does. But it misses. Yeah, you didn't really want a Nasty Plot anyway. But this coming in means that it's going to recover for sure. So, yeah, initially, I like sending Tinkaton in, but like, you don't really do anything to it. Oh, I mean, you can just Encore, never mind. He probably just clicks Encore here. Oh, nice knock. That was a good knock. Oh, yeah, you do knock. My bad. You do knock because of the orb. Oh, okay. This is a crazy sequence as well. Um, because you're gonna see Destiny Bond clicked here, assuming that he clicks like Gigaton and just like dies. So that means that Valiant would take the Tinkaton with him. So you're, you're gonna see that, but you're gonna see Play Rough get clicked instead, which is wild. And I was on Lax's stream when this happened, and I was like losing my mind. Like, holy shit, I didn't even know he had Play Rough. And literally the next turn later, the most craziest tech gets revealed. And if you don't know by now, it's Trick Room Valiant. So it's Destiny Bond plus Trick Room, and it's exactly for that sequence alone.
Did he do it?
Oh, this is gonna Destiny Bond, bro. Good torn.
Bro, encore him.
Yeah, just encore.
Oh, you're right.
Wait, he's just
what if he
gonna
encores?
CC, I'm pretty
Wait,
sure.
what if he encores on your encore?
Toad, please don't Gigaton, please don't Gigaton.
Oh, it's not even Gigaton.
Oh my god!
The one time having player of action.
Oh my. Wait,
No!
it's Trick Room, no!
It's Trick
Oh
Room!
no.
Oh my god!
Trick Room!
Guys, that's a
slower the next turn, and Destiny Bond doesn't work twice. So Emmy still had the right idea. This was just like full on like a tech destruction. Like, this is the only set that could have done this, which is like mad props. I do want to mention, I have seen this set on like low ladder, which is why I'm surprised I've seen the, or I saw this in game. Like, I've seen it at least at like 1400s, 1500s. Alright, we see another Pleequin miss again, but it hits the next turn. I think he's missed like 3 of them so far. He's like 50-50 success rate. But now that Tinkaton is dead because of that, Deoxys looks insane. So now what you have to do, you can't really risk anything here. You have to go Tinglu now. Like, it's do or die at this point. And he does do that. And so basically this turn is the most important turn in the entire game. Because, okay, Friezy is Terra Fighting. So if he clicks Terra Fighting Focus Blast into Unterra Tinglu, then it's just going to get nuked off the planet. After that, then Friezy basically has all the tools he needs to kill every single other mon in this game. Like after the Tinglu dies to focus, then that's one mon down, and then you have to claim another. Or Emmy's forced to claim or pick another, whether Zamazenta or Petulant, and then try to revenge with Tornadus at unboosted Psycho. But at that point, the game is over because Goldango just wins. But if Emilio clicks Terra here on the opposing Terra and clicks Whirlwind, then this entire situation is just avoided, and you still have the Terra, whether what it is, depending what it is actually. If it's Terra Water, then it looks the best because it walls make it rain from Goldango. But if you are that and then you Whirlwind, then you're basically beating this Deoxys. This Deoxys is never going to get a chance to set up again. It's going to be forced to click Psycho Boost, lose the special attack drops in order to pick Mons, and Emmy just has to sack War. He's 4-3. So, we see the Terra Fighting, but we also see the Terra Water. And the Terra Water ends up saving his ass, because without this Terra, I'm pretty sure he was cooked. But the Whirlwind happens, and Goldango gets sent in, which is basically the best case scenario for Emmy, because Goldango doesn't have Terra anymore to deal with. Well, I guess, I don't know. I don't think Goldango would have Terra'd if it was Fairy, because Petulant is alive. But it all depends. But either way, expending the Terra, or letting the Terra get expended in this situation, is always a net positive for Emmy. So this is just good positioning at this point. Sorry, let me... But yeah, you can just spam Ruination here. You can also technically just spam Earthquake now. because it's gonna do like 40 something, to be honest, after terrain ends. And not only was a whirlwind good because of this sequence, it was good because the Rillaboom is dead, and that wastes like a bunch of grassy turns for the Deoxys, for the Goldengo, for basically everything. So the recovery like being negated in this situation with a team that basically lives off of it, um, it's just a really good position. But anyways, Shadow Ball one more time, and you click Ruination one more time at this point. I'm pretty sure you should have just clicked Earthquake, because it would have put you in the same spot, and it avoided the misses. But we're gonna see the Earthquake happen now, and the reason it's happening now is what I'm assuming is because Goldango's now at 4 out of 8 recovers, so it can't like easily as recover now, meaning that Earthquake is just becoming free. It's gonna be at low health no matter what, basically. And it even dies, so this Terra ends up winning the game for Emmy, because now Psycho Boost doesn't really like cover much. I mean, you can Focus Blast, but he misses. Basically the play for Friezy at this point was like Psycho Boost, try to catch something, but then you're at -2. You have to sack something else to get back. And now you can just spam Ruination on this because you have a full health Petron in the back. The only way Friezy wins is... Well, he doesn't. Even with like crit drop here, like bro, that did 23. Oh, actually, I can tell you how he wins, but it's very, very minimal. So the Petron is actually not Shadow Ball or Hex. It's gonna be Foul Play, meaning that we only have 6 out of 8 Malignant Chains to use on this. So technically, this Friezy could have went for Choke and just went for like rest spam on it. But our play is just because we don't have Shadow Ball. We have. All right. I just paused the recording because I had to use the bathroom. But we have Eternal Spirit versus Lax as the final SV game, and I'll go over to SM games. So Lax's team is pretty interesting. It's gonna be Hatterene. I assume it's gonna be Ban Scizor. Because there's Hatterene, that means you can expend like no boots on Kyurem, so it's likely gonna be something funny like Assault Vest or Loaded Dice. It could even be like sub leftovers. But and Gamma has a very Gamma looking team. And that's not a bad thing at all. Like Gamma teams usually work, but like it's a very Gamma looking team. Shoutouts to Goats. Anyways, we lead. We're gonna see Rotom Wash lead against Kyurem, which is interesting. I guess Rotom Wash covers like basically everything except the Kyurem, so it's a valid lead. But unfortunately, it's gonna catch the Kyurem. So now you're kind of in a spot where, what do you do, right? Like, how can you switch like in and out of this? I assume you just go Goldango here. Oh, Kyurem? Okay. Okay, we're gonna see Kyurem on Freeze Try. Like if this clicked Draco, which they do sometimes carry, then this like something would have just died, which would have been funny. We're gonna see the Icebeam do 39. So this is choice specs, I think. That's wild. We're gonna see the knock, which is it's a good knock because this Landos usually carry Rocky Helmet, and Scizor can't really do anything with this just being sent in every single time, like on bullet punches, being spam Rocky Helmets. So getting the knockoff is perfectly okay. Okay, we're gonna see the U-turn into Rocky Helmet Hatterene, which is very, I mean, based on that U-turn, you can tell that this is just like max defense Hatterene or something crazy like that. So this is like super anti-offense. We're gonna see Dragapult sent in. Usually, like since Specs Kyurem was revealed, you wouldn't expect this to be Specs as well. You would expect it to be like Wisp, Hex, Darts, or Draco U-turn. So usually Moltres counters a lot of those styles. As we're gonna see the U-turn on the Flame Body, which is very good because now it's just like passive damage every time Pult comes in. He sends in Kyurem though, which is basically, I mean, Ice Beam looks very threatening every time it comes in, but I'm pretty sure Lax is just gonna, okay, he stays in once and clicks Flamethrower just to get the damage. So just trading damage here, which is honestly, I think it's fine for Lax. The Pult still looks annoying, like you might have to trade Wisp and stuff, but I don't know. Now you go Scizor though because it lives. The only thing you're like scared of at this point is Freeze. But Bullet Punch is just insanely free now. Like even if he goes Rotom, it's not exactly like a momentum sink. As he goes Goldango over Rotom, which is interesting because now you can send in Lu for free if you wanted, but Lax is just gonna sack and get the damage off. I assume getting the damage off for like Zamazen to endgame maybe. Oh, okay. Sorry. The Kyurem gets sent in, and then the rocks get sent in on the Goldango. So this is why I think Rotom was better. Mostly because this avoided this whole situation where Lax gets the rocks up. If anything, Rotom would have like wisped the Tinglu, and that would have been really good for him. So that's why I didn't really understand the Goldango instead of Rotom. But anyways, I mean the rocks are up. There's nothing you can do about it anymore. Rocks are up, and then gets turned Terra. The only thing, once again, you're worried up is Freeze. No Freeze happens, and the Kyurem dies. The Specs Kyurem is done. But now in comes Rotom, and I don't think Lax wants his burn, so he's going to switch out. Switches down to Kyurem, which covers either T-Wave. Oh, it might be T-Wave. Yeah. So I guess that's why he was like so hesitant in going to Tinglu at first. It's because like it's not Wisp, so it's not Wisp, and he can fish for Ruination on this, I guess. But like, I don't know. I still think Rotom was better in hindsight. Lax goes for Earth Power here, which is wild. I think expecting Gamma to like respect that this could be Choice Scarf, but Gamma didn't. Gamma doesn't really care, from what I'm seeing. But now in comes Pole. We see the boots. So hard Tinglu could be scary. I think he's just gonna click like Hex or something. Yeah, he's just gonna click Hex. This probably does have Will-O-Wisp though, but there's nothing you can really do about it. Oh, okay, he goes hard Hatterene on the Will-O-Wisp. So you can tell that Lax does not want this burned at all. Like, the Tinglu is basically the win con, I feel like. We're gonna see the U-turn, good helmet chip. It's honestly also a good Hatterene because Volt is not clicking Hex again on the Tinglu. Like, it doesn't make sense to. Goldango gets sent in. It's taking hazards, so I'm pretty sure this is just Choice Scarf. Like, it's gonna be Specs Kyurem, Scarf Gold, SD Ogre, Boots, and then these are all just like support fillers. Oh yeah, so just gonna sack the Moltres, back into Tinglu, and then he sends in Rotom on the Ruination. Yeah, sends it on a Ruination. And I mean, Lax is preserving this as much as possible, so I still don't think he's. Oh, he stayed in here. Okay, I mean, I guess at that range, he doesn't really care about taking the T-Wave at this point. Like, it might be in, like, he might also be like, because if he goes Kyurem expecting T-Wave and he volts, then that's bad for Lax. But now he does it here on the Pain Split. So now that he sees that Gauntlet's just like going for splits, he doesn't really mind. And I was gonna double back into Tinglu. Ooh, on the Lando sack. Which is, yeah, that's good. Ooh, and then he sends an Ogre Pawn. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah. This was really like well set up by Lax. Like, this is basically the whole reason why Lax didn't want his shit like burned or paired or anything like that. The whole reason why he teared and preserved it is because of this entire sequence. It was definitely meant for Woger, Wellspring version, but catching this is also funny. Um, this was basically like going to happen, I feel like, in this game because you're not sending in Goldango in on Tinglu. You're not. I mean, you could just send in Rotom on this. I feel like you do, but it also leaves like mind games of like he can just go cure him, and you can go cure him on like and yeah you can go cure him on Pain Split, and it'll just look bad for you. Like you just have to spam Volt pretty much. So he tried to get the knockoff. I guess maybe trying to. I don't know. He just didn't expect Terra Blast, bro. Yeah, but this is just gonna start doing damage now. Like I'm pretty sure the Lu did enough damage to win the game at this point. And he's gonna click Pump instead of Volt Switch. So now this is gonna claim a life. And I'm pretty sure this is Choice Scarf still. Oh no, it's not. Interesting. I don't know what item this is. It might just be like Chuckaberry. And this Crunch did 1,000,000, so it's like E-Belt, I'm pretty sure. And the game ends. I mean, even with this Terra Fairy, right? Let's see what happens actually. He dies. Oh yeah, the Kyurem's faster. Oh wait, is this actually just Scarf Kyurem? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that was a good game. You could see how Lax was like trying to preserve his Lu this whole game by like trying not to get it like paralyzed, poisoned, switching it in to get leftovers recovery. He's doing as much as possible to try to like make this relevant for the end game, and it ended up working for him. I honestly didn't think like the matchup was the best either for Lax. I mean, it might have looked even. Um, but I mean, once Lu got like the goo buff, and then it's over. You know what I mean? So those are some good SV games from last week. Okay, I'm back, and we're gonna cover Empo versus Tace, which is honestly my highlight for SM for now. Empo brings a very weak, like weak to fires looking ass team against Tace, who has like every broken fire in the game, plus like synth cart and everything like that. So off rip, like Tace has the advantage through matchup. I feel like you'll see later on that like the Gliscor is max speed to cover for other opposing trans in this case, but it's also gonna make it really tough to switch into Magma Storm. Yeah, I mean let's just get into it because this was a crazy game. Sorry, let me go through the lead. Turn 1 low punny lead is good because I mean you can just spam fake out and whatnot, but Empo opts not to and to just get his orb up because he knows it's important. He probably interesting. He might not have. No, I think he does have fake out. Maybe he's just scared of like helmet damage. I kind of get this actually. Because if he fakes out, goes into like Lando or Crest for the Rocky helmet damage, yeah. And like Cresselia, yeah. So if you fake out on Cresselia, then you can't really activate your Gliscor. This was like a decent way to get it up. It also scouts for like Surf or anything, which he reveals he doesn't have, like right off the bat. So now he's gonna send in Cresselia. And then Magirna's just gonna be clicked on the future sight, and the future sight makes this like really hard for Empo because not only are you gonna have to deal with the fire types on this team, you're gonna have to deal with future sight coming your way as well. So Heatran just gets insta sent in, like no hesitation. Into the Calm Mind. In theory, like if this was like Focus Blast, then it would help Empo a lot, but it probably isn't. Like I would not count on it, especially because the Lopunny is on the team, so you don't really necessarily need like Z Fight or anything like that. It's most likely just Z Fleur with Pain Split to deal with stall on this team, and then Lopunny's there to deal with offense. So yeah, I mean Empo switches out because I mean he doesn't have like the focus. If he did, he would have clicked it there. but he switches in Cresselia into the Magma Storm Mist, which is very, very crucial, honestly. Because if this landed, Magma, plus I mean, the Future Sight didn't really matter in the long run. I mean, 12% is 12%, but if you click like Taunt on the Magma, then Cresselia just dies, like if you hit them all. I mean, I don't think you have to hit like all per se, but like, yeah. Kinda sucks. And then he goes T-Wave, or Feeny on the T-Wave, which is a good play. You don't wanna, you wanna get your Heatran paired at all. He goes Zapdos, turn 8, Volt Switch. Okay. I mean, Empo's just getting momentum here, which is nice. I'm pretty sure here you click Fake Out or Return though. I'm pretty sure you just click Return. Or Frustration, yeah. So like the whole turn 1 sequence is just scouting if Tace is like Rocky Helmet on any of his mons. Because that would make Lopunny's life harder. And then he would probably have to like counteract by knocking it with Gliscor. Or knocking those mons with Gliscor. You see the Future Sight again. But Empo gets them up now, which is really good. Well, I mean, it's not good in this situation because he gets them up against the Pokemon that has Defog. I'm pretty sure this Chansey is toxic as well, so it doesn't touch this Kartana at all. So he has to switch out as he just fogs them off. Yeah, I mean, this Kartana kind of walls the Chansey, so it's really hard for Empo to get them up. That was an interesting T-Bolt. I mean, it was a good T-Bolt though, because he's never switching in Lando because he could just click Ice Beam and, you know, Flare Cannon or some shit. So getting damage off the Heatran is like decent. But, I mean, this Heatran claims something if Magma Storm didn't dodge. We're gonna see the rocks, which doesn't really matter. I think you just fog here, yeah. And yeah, he does reveal the knock here, so that's basically what he was looking for. Man, this is such a tough spot. Like, Future Sight, this is also another thing. I'm surprised Zardwai isn't coming in as much because, like, Zardwai always forces the Chansey in, so you can try to get damage done with Kartana in that way. But this Magearna is always just forced to take these hits, which is wild. Like, it's at 40 now. And I think he's forced to split, yeah. Hard Gliscor, I mean, you always just click Gliscor on Heatran. Like, this is always just free now. Clicks Future Sight over Moonlight, so the Future Sight is actually important here because, I mean, he's always going to go Chansey, so Future Sight, send in Cart, and now, like, it looks really dicey to send in Magearna again. Like, it's at 57, so something might die here. Okay, he just sends in Cresselia for the knock on this turn. And then this is where he Z's. I get it now. Yeah. This is the Z turn. Because Empo knows that if he sends in Magearna on the Z here, then he's probably going to die the next turn. So Empo pivots instead, going into Cresselia. But Tace actually catches that and goes for the knock, which now leads us into Z grass range. But now that the Future Sight is expended, I'm pretty sure Empo can now go into Magearna to tank the Z grass, because this is probably like super bulky, like some like bold set or something, which is funny. But this is where Tace fucks up, like, eternally. You do not click defog on the mon that has Z. Especially if your fog Pokemon is able to just like completely counter Chansey for the majority of the game, leading to Zardawai giving you more like initiative than Empo's letting you get right now. So he clicks fog here and then instantly gets blown up by the Z. By the way, this is like the only way Kartana dies in this matchup. I mean, besides like, you know, Zapdos or something. But you do not you do not want that Kartana dead. Like I'm saying, like it literally walled the shit out of the Chansey. Now you have to rely on like Feeny or Lando to click defog for you. And now Empo just has the rocks advantage at this point. Because look at this. Since in Zard now, you can just click Chansey for free. Like there's nothing Tace can do anymore. And that's why every time I view this replay, turn 25 or turn 26 is when Tace threw the game. Like Tace had the advantage from every single point on. Like I'll admit the Magma Mist really sucked, but like you still have the advantage. Like you can spam Future Sight 400 times up until like you're able to claim with Magearna with good positioning. But fogging in that case into the Twinkle Tackle was the only way you were gonna be in this position. So huge misplay. And here we're going to see Magma do 75, and this is where you can indicate that Gliscor is like max speed, because it's doing this much. But Empo's plays the roost here. It's kind of, oh, okay. I mean, maybe you can roost now. Yeah, interesting plays. Actually, that's fine. I'm just rewatching through it again. I think EQ was fine. I mean, there's a good chance that this is like fast Tran enough to like goob Gliscor, but because it got sent in like this, and because like, you know, Cart is Z, he doesn't have any Scarfer except this. So if this is defog, you can like, yeah, you can just play aggressive with low punny like this. Especially if Cresselia is at 55, because now something is forced to take damage and he chooses Feeny. Wow, that did a lot actually. Probably Spitef invested. Okay. I mean, this is all fine. This is like a free volt no matter what. Like, even he goes Lando, the only way you can touch is through Stone Edge. And there's still a low punny. Like, low punny is basically now just going to claim everything. And the aggressive stay in is crazy. No fucks given. He's not clicking EQ. No way he does. And then he Moonlights under Sun, which is basically giving you 75 instead of 50. And he's going to try this Future Sight stuff again, but I'm pretty sure it's too late. Let's see what he does. You just go Chansey. Okay. Well, you go Chansey now. Yeah. And Tace just went for like crit or something there, like only way, basically. And now you get them up. You don't care, like as long as you have them up, you really don't care. Yeah, I would say this game is over by now. This is all just like everything Empo is doing now is like he has the advantage. Like he can spam toss for free now. Like he can do it again if he wanted here. Like he's just gonna sack this and probably go back to the low punny. Yep. And fake out is free because return probably didn't kill. But it doesn't matter. You can just, you know, this game is over. Like you can just click Seismic Toss 40 times. He's already expended 7 future sights, and it's already come to this. Like the most important one is probably the one that missed. I don't know how it would have played out if so. I think it mattered a lot though, because if Cresselia took that hit and died to Heatran, then Kartana likely would have forced Magearna to eat the Z. Either that, or Empo would have had to expend the Zapdos, or something crazy, which would not have been good for him at all. See the fog, yeah. I mean, there's nothing you can do to stop the rocks. And this is just gonna click Magma. Or I mean, sorry, Seismic Toss. Flamethrower, Lopunny is just gonna revenge everything now. So it's GG's. In my opinion, that was like, Jesus Christ, like, Empo is the GOAT. Like, how do you win a matchup where you have no fire resist? It says a lot about him. But I'm glad to have covered that because this is probably the first game Empo has had in like ever since Masters, which is already like 6+ months ago. So yeah, good game on that part. Alright, and then the last game I wanted to cover was Brofist versus Leole. I didn't really catch like most of the turns early mid. Like I just wanted to cover this because I thought the sets were really cool. Brofist team, I'm assuming it's a new ABR team. You can kind of tell, honestly. But it looks really cool. I think Kelio's really underrated in SM right now because a lot of people are kind of like foregoing Pex at the moment. So, you know, Calm Mind kind of just like goes crazy. But Leole also has a pretty crazy Sunbreaking team. We're going to see Hoopa, we're going to see Zardwai, Victini, Cart. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Greninja lead on Landorus. Depends what this Greninja is. I'm pretty sure like Landorus is never gonna stay in though. This might just get like spikes. Ooh, toxic spikes. And toxic spikes is really good. Ooh, especially the taunt. Well, the toxic spikes are good, but Misty Terrain is also up now. But having the spikes up plus the taunt means that if your Feeny is defog, then you risk like if you can't get these up in or get these off in time, then you risk your Feeny being poisoned the next time it comes in. And going Steela here kind of prevents a Kartana from clicking defog if it's dual fog, because I mean Steela just kind of walls it, so it kind of forces hand of Charizard. And damn, Heavy Slam does so much, 37. But also what I found interesting about this is the Celesteela has no item at all. Well, I mean, it hasn't revealed an item. Like, you would expect leftovers, you know. But it doesn't have an item. And also that Moonblast did 8%. So I'm pretty sure it's Assault Vest. Assault Vest Steela. Very cool. So we're going to see Zardex. Oh, it's actually not Zardwide. It's Zardex. What the fuck? I mean, either way, Zardex is... I think Y would have went... Y looked better here. But, like, Zardex is good. Not better in this matchup, though. But this is what I was talking about. He couldn't get them off in time, and now he risked the Feeny getting poisoned, which is amazing for Keldeo, by the way, because now Keldeo has so much initiative against this team, especially if it's under a substitute. So we're gonna see Alakazam come in, and it's gonna click Psychic. Honestly, I find it interesting how he went to Feeny first. Actually, no, I don't, because now he's gonna go to Hoopa for the Misty Terrain. So he went to Feeny first. No? He's just gonna sack it? Oh, it's taunt. He tried to get them off. But like, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's Misty Terrain. Like, you can just freely send it in. Like, you don't really need a fog at this point. If you're dual fog, especially. But Hoopa in on Psychic, but we get the ABR tech, it's Signal Beam. And I mean, not only does it catch his Hoopa, but I'm pretty sure ABR just wanted to be safe. He didn't want to like miss a Focus Blast. I know ABR hates those moves, so I mean, that's how I kind of knew it was an ABR team initially. Fucking signal beam, bro. um, but yeah, the tech ended up working. He's just gonna go Lando on Lando, and the Z gets caught. Pretty sure it's just Z fly, yeah. And I'm pretty sure this is just gonna be Choice Scarf. Oh no, it might be Iapapa or Yachi. They're both gonna get them up, but it's way better for John. We're gonna see SD. I'm pretty sure you just sub here. You either sub or just hard surf. Either way, like, nice. Okay, the sub just wins the game, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna see the surf. Surf is also funny because we live in a meta where Scald exists. But I get it. I mean, it does more. Not only that, but there's no item on this. So, Water Z is just gonna nuke this, I bet. Oh, it doesn't. It lives with 1. But it doesn't matter because he can't get them off anyway. It sends in Kartana. I assume you just go into Lando if it's Iapapa, or you just go into like Celesteela or Uni. It goes to Steela. He's not gonna be clicking knock here on Keldeo, so it's free. It also like doesn't look good against Teeny. So you're free to expend this. And Heavy Slam is doing a lot. Like Assault Vest is going crazy right now. We also saw Z Fly, so there's not gonna be Z Celebrate. It's just gonna be like your standard old V Create, which doesn't win in this game. There it is. We're gonna see the sack. And I assume you just sack the Victini. Oh, it just goes Lando. Yeah, I mean the game's over now. Alright, let's see. You go Steela. Like the only play you have is knock. You don't knock. I mean maybe if he knocked here. No, I think Reuni still has it. Yeah, I think game's over. And he reveals Flamethrower and then the plus attack boost. AV Steela going crazy with Water to Zekeld. Signal Beam. Like all the techs basically hit in this game, and that's really cool to see. It's also cool to see John back in World Cup year after year of just destruction. That's the best World Cup player of all time, by the way. It doesn't matter if I'm from West. Like come on, bro, it's Brofist. Um, but yeah, those were like all the 5 games I wanted to cover today. So thank you guys for watching. Um, I'll try to cover more in the future. But I also wanted to advertise. I'm doing like coaching on Discord, so if you wanna, I'll link my Discord in the description. But if you're interested in like coaching or anything, I'm doing it for like I'm doing it for money. But if you're interested, just ask me in on Discord. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Peace.